Your turn. Nice job, dude. Oh yeah. Where's that go? Where's that go? Ooh. Nice. Rolling it. Roll it up, dude. Roll it up. Make that house, dude. Mic check, mic check. Peace and blessings, my people. I appreciate you all tuning in today. Today's conversation, today's content, it's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna bring a little bit more of kind of like my experience in the field of mental health and being able to bring out some insights. And as you can see by the title of this video, family, yeah, what is the standard of behavior? Nature versus nurture. I got canceled, family. Now I talk about it, man. I talk about it. No, I'm on the stream, man. This the StreamYard. But family, y'all already know, man. On this side of YouTube, we create content to inspire, to encourage, and to motivate the next to be great. As always, family, we got to make sure we get the vibe right. Got to make sure that we get the, atmosphere uplifting in here. And of course, I just want to make sure, hey, when we have this conversation, I really want to make this connection. So sit back, relax, go get y'all water, go get y'all pen and paper, because we definitely going to dive deep into it. I got a couple of vibes I want to play first, and then we're going to get into the conversation, family. So bear with me. Y'all already know it's early, man. It's early in the AM. So, hey, got to get that righteous vibe in. Let's go ahead. I got this song that I heard from Shy Blood before Dishonor. Sheesh. Let's go ahead and hit it. Hey, what it do, Floridian? Shana Navigator, Marcus Elsie, what's the word? How y'all feeling, man? What's the weather like? What's the weather like? Where you at?
Whatever you do, it's better with a website. Introducing Hostinger Website Builder, the fast and
Shy Blood before Dishonor. Persevere.
First, give love to the father, then there's love to my daughters. Rest of my family, then shout out my supporters. Keep it all in that order. Still show love to myself. God, you brought me through trials. Wasn't easy to smile. Didn't bend, didn't fold. My heart almost turned cold. I was having some thoughts. Don't want the world to know. When you going through pain, seem like time moving slow. Picture me on my grind, investing money and time. I've been writing since 7. I was good age of 9. When I got in my teens, felt like that was my prime. Then I got in my 20s, felt like that was my time. Then I became a mom. I was working these jobs. I was crushing my soul. Every day 9 to 5. Wasn't feeling alive, but I still had to go. Still be dealing with trauma that I never can show. I don't care how you want it, cause I'm serving it wrong. I don't care about opinions, cause I don't do it for those. Wear my heart on my sleeve so you could never expose. Walk a mile in my shoes, man, you could never wear those. First, give love to the father, then there's love to my daughters. Rest of my family, then shout out my supporters. Keep it all in that order, still show love to myself. God, you brought me through trials, wasn't easy to smile. Didn't bend, didn't fold, my heart almost turned cold. I was having some thoughts, don't want the world to know. When you going through pain, seem like time moving slow. Gotta love in the moment. Woo! That's the only thing promised. Daughter asked me come home, but I'm chasing them commas at a job that I hate. Now tell me, can you relate? Working all of these hours, so the bills never late. But my daughter one time, and I'm telling her to wait. Had to learn how to balance before I go out of bounds. Situation ain't funny, not surrounded by clowns, but I gotta remember to appreciate now. Gotta love in the now. Gotta love now. Gotta love every moment, every second. Gotta trust and love God, the Most High. Even when you in pain, life is a journey. It's all about the journey. You gotta love when it rains. You gotta persevere through some things.
Hey.
First,
y'all persevere.
Then there's love to my daughters. Rest of my family, then shout out my supporters. Keep it all in that order. Still show love to myself. God, you brought me through trials. Wasn't easy to smile. Didn't bend, didn't fold. My heart almost turned cold. I was having some thoughts. Don't want the world to know. When you going through pain, seem like time moving slow.
Hey. Shout out to Shot Blood Before Dishonor. Persevere. Hey, that track right there was deep, family. Most definitely. Sean the Navigator said, definitely persevering, pushing through, making breakthroughs. Amen. Amen. Hey, family, I don't know about y'all, but one of the ways in which I behave to keep my mind right, man, and to keep me focused, keep me overcoming is, having that connection with the Most High, being able to create, being able to share testimony about, man, saying, came from the bottom, was able to have a set standard of principles. Hey, what is the standard of behavior? What do you do when you're in a tough position? What do you do when you're learning? What is right? What is wrong? I got a couple more vibes I want to play with y'all, family. It's early, you feel me? I gotta make sure, I gotta get my essence right. So, hey, family. Next track, As I Pray, by yours truly, featuring Candy.
And Lord, I pray every day I wake my soul with some praise. Got me from heaven, give unto me the words to say. Heavenly Father, thank you for making a straight way.
Connected in the faith, all praises to the Most High. With all my brethren and sisters, peace and blessings to life. No stopping the vision, multiplying the word is God's provision. Supplying the mission, ignition to fulfill the mission. I'm not a magician, I'm a mathematician. Creating division, addition to this kingdom, preposition to this world. My imposition got them so super sisters, so sacrilege. Taking the sacred and claiming it's fictitious.
And Lord, I pray every day I wake my soul with some full praise. Got me from heaven, give unto me the words to say. Heavenly Father, thank you for making a straight way. And Lord, I pray every day I wake my soul with some full praise. Got me from heaven, give unto me the words to say. Heavenly Father, thank you for making a straight way.
Yeah. In times of tribulation, stay patient in your journey, overcoming all situations. Yah graces the righteous with perseverance, a great salvation. Sacrificial service, and these is our eternal oblation. Faith of a mustard seed, cementing the growth and foundation. Repentance, spirit, supplication. Yasharala, Israel on the rise. 12 tribes, one nation. You know. Prosper and be blessed, the gift of Yah shall shine. This little light of mine, unveiling the divine, the shifting paradigm. My spirit so aligned, heard it through the grapevine. Get better over time. With these rhymes, I create upon a line. Seeking Yah, they be searching for a sign. In the sky, they be looking at a nine. Praising Yah in the temple, not in the shrine. Keep your thoughts holy and sacred, guard your mind.
Every day I wake my soul with simple praise. Got me from heaven, give unto me the words to say. Heavenly Father, thank you for making a straight way. And Lord, I pray. Every day I wake my soul with simple praise. Got me from heaven, give unto me the words to say. Heavenly Father, thank you for making a straight way.
Yeah. Verse 3, had to hop on the track and spit divinely, miraculously. The blind men see how did Yah part the Red Sea. With faith, anything is possible. The real question is what's plausible when reasoning ain't logical. Studying reality, Rene Descartes philosophy. As a man thinketh, so is he. Similarly, like the book of Proverbs, chapter 23. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, says he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. The morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up, and lose thy sweet words. Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of thy words. Rule not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless. For their Redeemer is mighty. He shall plead their cause with thee. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Verse 7 through 13. Amen.
Man, all I could do is give all praises, give all honor, and give all glory to the Most High, man. Because as you can see, man, I'm here, family. Through it all. And to say that's one of my tools. It's one of my standards of behaviors to be able to pray. And Lord, I pray every day I wake my soul will send forth praise. What is the standard of behavior, family? Let's get into it. Let's build. Because in the sense of just elaborating, when we teach children, what are the concepts of normal behavior? And as I was diving deep onto this concept, family, a lot of things was brought to my light. How many people identify with social norms? With that being the standard of behavior, do you teach social norms? And being able to break down that aspect into, is that nature or nurture? So family, a little bit of a background, a little bit of the scope of my experience. As I was telling you guys, I work in the field of mental health. It's kind of like my career path, my 9 to 5. I went to school. I went to study the psychology of the mind. I really wanted to know what makes people behave a certain way. I really wanted to get an idea of what is right and what is wrong. And in all retrospect, how can I not view the Bible and say that these standards of behaviors correlated to now, which one is right and which one is wrong? Which one is considered natural and which one is considered nurtured? Let's talk about it. Dion in the building. What it do? King Connect in the building. Shalom, Mark. What's the word? What's good? Man, I just wanted to get on and, you know, share my experience, family, in the field of where I thought you would be teaching a standard of behavior that was considered right. But soon enough and quickly I learned, as I was canceled. And is this really eye-opening to me? It really lets me know truly the majority, the mass, accept behaviors but don't even have the intellect to communicate whether it is right or wrong. So in a sense of, are we going based off of our nature or are we nurturing something that is unnatural? So let's talk about it, family. Amir Carter said, I know how you feel, bro. A woman tried to cancel me at the workplace. and to say I ain't even had to say too much about it. The experiences be felt. And to say hey, I'm here to tell the story. I already know it gets to a point where, as men, what is the standard of behaviors of how we should interact? And what is considered a man if you're not able to speak, especially on subjects of what you feel is what is right and what is wrong? So let's talk about it, family. What is nature? What is something that is natural? If anybody can build and add to the chat, man, most definitely appreciate it. You know, over here on this channel, you know, I try to tell people, as I am in this field, I'm still learning every day. You know, this isn't me teaching. As always, I feel as though every opportunity where I can look and get others' opinions and perspectives, your intellect grows. So, you know, information is definitely welcome, family. So my question to you, what is nature? What is natural? I know it's early in the AM. Y'all like, man, Lee, come on, man. What's going on? But, you know, let's bring it out. Just so we on the same page, I want to be able to have these conversations where we define these words. Nature is considered anything that is opposed to humans or human creations. So the products of the earth, whether as you got the plants, animals, the landscape, the seas, the oceans, the natural world, the living world, everything that is opposed to humans and human creations is considered natural. So let's take this in consideration. What is natural behavior? Where you have everything that is not opposed to humans in their interaction with the behavior. What is considered natural? How would people naturally behave if no one altered the course of how people think? Okay. Sean the Navigator coming through saying, "Oh, you good, bro?" That's just what I was gonna say about nature. Natural, organic, not tainted by human corruption. So when we talk about the standard of behavior that is natural, not interfered with human opinion, what type of behaviors are we talking about? What is the standard of behavior? And as I told you guys, I was diving deep on this concept. I was trying to get to see if I can understand it by searching and looking up some type of documentation from these so-called scientists or behavior analysts of what the standard of behavior is. Can they tell you a standard of behavior? And one of the concepts that came up, one of the things that came to my mind was social norms. This seems to be a space where behavior changes based on the social environment. So my next question to you, family, my next question to the chat: what are these social norms? What are the standard of behaviors? Because honestly, I didn't know. And that was one of the reasons why, hey, if you speak against the social norms, just putting a PSA out there. But as a man, you should be able to speak about what is considered natural, what is considered right, and what is wrong. So let's keep on building, family. What is nurture? Nurture means to care for, to encourage the growth of development, to bring up, to attend to look after, to parent, support. The process of caring and encouraging the growth or development of someone or something. So at this point, I can make this connection and say anything that is nurtured, it cannot be considered natural. Because if natural is defined as anything related to something that is not having any human interaction with it, nurturing is the concept of having an interaction with something. So what is the standard of behavior? What are we nurturing and what is considered natural? And if you speak against the social norms, who's to tell you you're right? Who's to tell you you're wrong? So let me just bring up this clip too, family, about what these social norms are, just to see if you can identify with some of these. So here it says social norms are the unwritten rules of behavior that are considered acceptable in a group or society. What are these unwritten rules that people accept? Well, family, I'm here to share my experience that there are definitely things that people do not accept. As far as saying, hey, if a child was born a boy, they are considered a boy. Something also that they do not accept is saying children should not be taught alternative behaviors. So if I can get reprimanded for speaking those concepts, what is the standard of behavior then? What is being perpetuated and being proposed that is how we should acceptably communicate, even towards children? So you mean to tell me, and I proposed this question before, if a child walks up to you and this child is obviously, you can see that this child was born a male, and they walk up to you and ask you, I don't know what gender I am. What will you tell that little boy? What will be the acceptable way to communicate to that boy? They say some of the social norms over here is like shaking hands when you meet someone, arriving to appointments on time, don't talk with your mouth full of food. Is it socially normal to go up to a child and say, oh, this is a cute non-gender baby? Is that socially acceptable behavior? Is that something that you want to teach? Man, King Connect said dysfunction is the standard. And so if you speak up against the dysfunction, all I could do is just share my experience, family. But as we was able to vibe earlier in the track, man, I always want to make this correlation. Y'all heard that shy blood before dishonor. As we persevering through, as we overcoming any obstacle, man, there's definitely going to be times in our life where we're going to be forced to choose. Which standard of behavior, which side do you really accept? And to say that you're in an environment where compromises have to be made for livelihood's sake, but to say, is this considered life? And if you don't speak up, what's the outcome? But let's keep building, family. The whole concept behind what I do is coming together with a group of people to identify how to help others, as far as children or even adults, find a way that they can function with appropriate behaviors in society, as far as communicating, as far as even doing daily tasks. The contradiction occurs when I speak on concepts about what should be taught. In all honesty, I was able to take away and see a lot of things in which they classify as these mental illnesses. Man, DR says, seems like traits of Satan are the standard nowadays, i.e. going against Yah's creation. And so I just wanted to highlight some of these behaviors. And let's talk about it. Is it normal? And do we pacify these behaviors? Do we coddle these behaviors? Or do we reproach them? And do we show them, hey, this is the correct behavior? So, does anybody know what mental illness means? Because that seems to be kind of like a rampant kind of idea, word, concept that's going around lately. Everybody's talking about mental health and all the illnesses and things of that nature. Does anybody have any idea what mental illness even is? Let's talk about it. Because when we talk about the standard of behavior, we also have to identify that there are some functions of behavior that create dis-ease. And for someone operating in dis-ease, can they come forth with solutions? Can they come forth with kind of like can they interact appropriately? Because society says you can't. Yeah, the non-binary. You see, I don't even want to say certain words because it's like, honestly, it's a game. And I've experienced it. It's a society where you look at it and say, where's the morals? Where's the standard of behavior? Where's the ethics? What's going to be the end goal to this? And as you have those questions, obviously, irritation arises. But let's build on this concept, family. What is mental illness? For real. So let's check it out. Mental illness is a health condition. It involves changes in emotions, whether it's thinking or behavior, or a combination of these. So you have people who have some type of disarray on how their thoughts happen. They have changes in emotions. 1 second they're very happy, 1 second they're sad, 1 second they're, shaken, scared, or excited. They go through all of these arrays of emotions, and they cannot figure out how to regulate it. So as someone who is going through an array of many different emotions within that concept of framework, within you having a conversation with them, do you think that their thoughts are going to articulate words that make sense? Let's talk about the standard of behavior now. And when you talk about someone who's communicating to you, one second they're angry, 1 second they're sad, 1 second they're excited, 1 second they're anxious, 1 second they're scared. Do you think that their pattern of thoughts are going to be communicated effectively to the point where you can understand and comprehend it? And is that even going to be a thought that you should take serious? Let's have these conversations, because this is what mental illness is. When you have somebody that's in front of you and you're trying to talk to them and their emotions are taking control over their thinking pattern, where they're communicating something to you, do we question the validity of these thoughts? Does the Most High tell us, hey, when we're talking to one another, he's going to have us feeling scared, anxious, and in the spirit of fear? What's the standard of behavior? Talking about they really be vessels of unclean spirits. They go through a full garment without being able to captivate thoughts and emotions properly. Man, DR said, I've noticed being emotional can affect your thought pattern. We should. And family, I will speak to you all and the humility of being what they so-called classify as a human being, you know, a child of the Most High. I feel I have emotions. And to say when I'm thinking, I can also verify when I'm in an emotional state that sometimes my thoughts can be different. Let's keep it real, brothers. Let me talk to the brothers. I know it's early in the morning, but hey, brothers. You know when you're chilling with a lady, right? You know when you're chilling with your wife. You know when emotions arise. And communication definitely, it's a different process, you know? Let's make this correlation. Y'all with me, family? Y'all with me? Let's make this correlation. As someone who is able to control their emotional behavior, when you're communicating to a child, wouldn't that communication process be a little different? Because fellas, you know when you're talking, when you're feeling a lady and she feeling you, and you know you got those emotions there, communication is definitely altered. It's different. Let's hold that concept in our head. Let's talk about this idea of mental illness, right? You have people who have these emotions that are so erratic. One second they're happy, 1 second they're sad, 1 second they're frustrated, 1 second they're this and that and this and that. 1 second they don't know they're a boy, 1 second they don't know they're a girl, 1 second they don't know they're one person, 1 second they don't know they're two persons, next second there's 7 different people all at once. And now this person is talking to your child. Enlighten me, chat. Very difficult to take the things they say seriously when those thoughts and emotions are back and forth like a pinball. Woo! We even have to communicate with women differently because of how emotional they are. No emotional intelligence. Also, children are very emotional too, so we have to proceed with caution as well. they become hey, they become legion. And so when you have these societal norms that says, hey, we accept this behavior, you know, as far as pacifying it, not really having a true standard of behavior of correcting it. Oh, we can give you supplements to, I mean, hide it necessarily, or put a band-aid on it. But yeah, you're still gonna go through these times and matters where changes in emotions, thinking, and behavior, mental illness. So some of the most common types, man, as you can see, let me bring it up a little bigger for you all. And let me know if you guys seen some of this before, man. And I definitely don't want to be over here bringing up a foreign language, but this is kind of like the field where, you know, I was studying to get a better comprehension on it, because I knew that the Most High has a solution to it. But the way that I seen society was going about it, and even talking about it, it really doesn't seem like the standard form of behavior to me. Because at this point in time, it just looks like doctors are getting rich, and there's becoming more and more cases of these so-called illnesses. If the doctors were really solving this problem, it wouldn't be more and more cases. Man. Sheesh. So you have such illnesses like anxiety, bipolar, dementia, you know, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, schizophrenia, obsessive compulsive disorder, and PTSD. And so these are concepts that, let's just say, a lot of people walk around and they identify with this. So at that point in time, do you think that a person who communicates and says, hey, they feel as though their ability to think and feel and behave clearly has been affected? Until they resolve that, and in what reality do you accept what they communicate? I mean, in a given sense, you know, the Most High can use anybody to communicate. But given these terms of how we even look at certain people and what they identify with, what is the standard of behavior? And are these concepts being cured, or are they being nurtured? Is it natural for someone to believe that there's someone else or many other people? Is it socially normal to identify as more than one person? And as a individual who believes I'm only one person, if I say, hey, I don't believe that, how are those grounds on reprimanding? So what is the standard of behavior? What is considered natural versus what are people nurturing? Shana Navigator said, hey, when these people talk, man, I would say no until they can focus their thoughts properly. The Most High Spirit would have to powerfully operate on such a person in order for them to function in a productive fashion. Hey. But it's acceptable. By whom? So let's take a look at this as well. Just a little bit more material, family, man. So here they say, social norms are rules that a group uses for appropriate and inappropriate values, beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. And this kind of hits onto the concept of what I've already been building on with the social conditioning agenda. What is considered appropriate and inappropriate values, beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors? If I met a lady and I told her, hey, I don't want you working. I want you to, be me. Be my helpmate. I want you, hey, let's be fruitful and multiply. You know what? Hey, you just cook it clean for me. If I stated those values and beliefs and attitudes and behaved in that way, is that considered appropriate or inappropriate? Because I feel like we living in a society now that is socially normal to, it's appropriate to be like, go out and get a job. Be a boss woman. A boss lady or whatever they call them. I don't know what they be calling them. A big boss, a big glow. I don't know. But what are the appropriate values, beliefs, and attitudes and behaviors that people should be having these standards to appropriately judge what is right and what is wrong? And grounds of saying that someone's values is cherishing family and being at home and stating those facts, is that considered inappropriate? Man. Right. And while beating your chest too, hey, what you said wasn't wrong. The question is, how did you convey that message? It's so many parameters that we have to consider on this side of the world. Facts. So I came in there, I was like, hey, I'm the daddy, and you feel me? Y'all the women, y'all sit down, you give me something to eat, and that's it. You feel me? I came through like that. I got cancer. Nah, man. It's funny though, because you just really hit home on that concept of saying, can two really walk together unless they agree? No. Because there are social norms. And if you behave inappropriately to those social norms, guess what? We've already seen it. If you behaved inappropriately to the social norm of wearing a mask, if you behave inappropriately to the social norms of going down to the doctor and getting that situation started, Y'all know what happened, and this ain't my first time being canceled, so I already know what's going on. Social norms are the rules for how people should act in a given group or society. Any behavior that is outside these norms is considered a violation of norms. Guess what, man? These norms need to be considered a violation of yourself, depending on what side you're looking on. And let's keep it real, man. You live in a world where people are affected by emotional state times 10 because we have these devices where that's going to be a whole nother conversation. But the whole effect of our body in these technological interactions that we've been having lately, you can just see it, even with just having the ability to, how can I say, have access to this so-called content or information. It affects people's moods. It affects people's behavior. It affects people's values and beliefs. So now it's like, truly, what is the standard of behavior? And what are we really seeing as what's appropriate out here to do and what's inappropriate? So social norms consist of rules of conduct and models of behaviors prescribed. Look at that word, prescribed. What behaviors are being prescribed to you? And is it natural to be prescribed a behavior? So what are the customs, traditions, and the overall value systems? I really can't tell you. It changes every 3 months. So, family, I'm just really wanted to make this content to spread awareness. Hey, stand on yours. At the end of the day, when you live in a world where it's socially normal to behave any way that you want to, who's going to take a stance on what is considered appropriate or inappropriate? So, for the real man that speak up, for the real people that speak truth, even in environments where it can be a little controversial, salute to you for being a standard of behavior. Hey, family, all I could do is say, the Most High is great. And it gets to a point where I look at life and, I'm just thankful for everything that I've experienced thus far. I just want to share my testimony, family, and say anything is possible. Keep your head up. Keep persevering. Keep shining. Hey, there's a standard of behavior that we must uphold. Who's really going to take the forefront for it? Yeah. Prescribed behavior can be very dangerous. But family, I didn't want to make this one too long. Just wanted to, dive deep on that conversation right there. Just have that communication and let you guys really, I've definitely been searching lately for a little bit more direction, as far as with the content as well. And I just wanted to come forth and, share a little bit of the back scenes, kind of life dwellings, experiences, and give you guys an update on that. But hey, we definitely gonna be having more content coming soon. Man, we got more music coming soon with the brothers. Hey, all praise to the Most High. We definitely gonna keep it moving as far as building on this channel. So I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate all the love, all the feedback. Man, if you could do one for me, press that like button if you haven't already. Man, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hey, until next time, family. Peace. What time? Nice job, dude. Oh yeah. Where's that go? Where's that go? Ooh. Rolling it, roll it up, dude, roll it up. Make that house, dude.